Hello, I'm Pete Hutchins of Chris Ham Riding Estate Agents, and we're here in perhaps one of the most exclusive parts of Congleton, the village of Mossley, and here in Henschel Hall we are offering for sale number 2 Brindley Way. Now, of all the brilliant affluent roads in Henschel Hall, this perhaps houses the fewest addresses. We've just got a handful of imposing, gorgeous homes, all enjoying, shall I say, that incredible view of Mossley Cloud behind me. Every time you swing in for home, you'll be gazing at that. But if you're not looking at that, you may be looking at the neighbouring lawns, which are just incredible. It looks like a manicured golf fairway there. Absolutely beautiful at this time of year. Now, number 2 Brindley Way is the perfect family home, and this is a great family location, walking distance to the Mossley School, the village shops, countryside, the train station. Big block paved driveway here, double garage, great to see. This is a nice Cheshire brick style, imposing. I can see the soffits and fascias all look clean and tidy. It's an easy home to live in, loads of potential as well, so let's get stuck in. Upon entry there's a really useful porch there, and then you can shut that off with the shoes and everything in. Of course, it's good for efficiency as well. And then you come through to the entrance hall. Now, this is a familiar layout with the stairs on your right there. You've got some built-in storage under the stairs, and at the head of the entrance hall, as you perhaps have seen on the floor plan, we have the guest WC. This is a really handy space. It's a proper sized cloakroom, loads of potential, but very handy. Now, come all the way back to the front corner with me to the main reception space by way of this lounge, and we've got a nice double glazed window overlooking this handsome area there. But also, it's a good sized room for an array of furniture arrangement options, with the feature wall housing this marble effect fireplace, a familiar Seddon Homes design here, nice high ceilings, good coving, and of course you've got double doors to the second reception space. And this dining room is really useful, whether you use it as formal dining, which clearly it can be used as, or a second sitting room or a playroom or whatever you need it to be. It's good square footage to have, and it gives way to this really useful, attractive conservatory. Now, you've got plenty of glass everywhere, plenty of glazing to admire your gardens. We'll be out there shortly, but also take a look at that Mossley Cloud. Good to see the Cheshire brick here as well, a nice feature in itself. We've got doors into the gardens. Now let's move on into the dining kitchen. Again, as you'll have seen on the floor plan, this dining kitchen spans almost the full width of the home at the back here. And it's really spacious. And that's demonstrated immediately by this dining breakfasting area at the bottom end. And with a feature wall behind me now, you've got space for a TV, but you could perhaps have sofas down there, subject to some building work, knock through into that dining space. You've got the square footage to do with what you want, but the business end has got a quality country style kitchen with base and eye level units, space for appliances, great views over your sink into the gardens where we will be shortly. Space for a breakfast bar here, or a sideboard, or more storage, and then crucially, the separate utility room. This is always very handy to have. It gives external access and it hides everything away. Here we are up on the first floor, where we have an enormous galleried landing. It's almost like a room in itself, with loft access, with an airing cupboard, and this great space here maybe for a home working station, but either way you've got natural light, great views. So we'll start in perhaps bedroom 2 here on the corner, seeing as we're here. Now, these are good sizes, every room's a good double, and look at this. This is a home office plus much more. We've got space for the double bed, space for big furniture, and if this is to be a family home, none of the kids are going to argue over who's getting the smallest room. Of course, it enjoys one of the best views in the house, wonderful view to wake up to. But we're going to move on now and show you all these double bedrooms in a clockwise fashion around this big landing. So back under the loft access there, and it's time now for, well, this of course would be the master bedroom. On your left, a bank of wardrobes, huge sleeping space, chunky fitted bedroom furniture, incredible views every which way, and the ensuite. This is a brilliant ensuite with an enormous double shower here, nice tiled walls, natural light in the privacy window, and much more room than you might think. Moving back round now, you get a good angle of this room, and again, these are really handy to organise you immediately. But moving across the back of the house now, from one good looking ensuite into the family bathroom. And as I said earlier, there's a wealth of potential in this house, so this is functional and can service you where you move in, but I'm sure you're going to want to put your dream suite in, and that's going to be good fun thinking about designing and installing. But it's spacious, and you've got a nice canvas to work with. Passing the airing cupboard now, it's time for, I would call this bedroom number 4, but again, it's a whopping proportioned room. You've got space for the double, but look at all this big furniture. It looks dwarfed in here, and again, amazing views down the Henschel Hall drive there. Finally, on the front corner of the house, an enormous double bedroom. And I'm sure you'll see what I mean when I say the children won't mind which room they get. They can really grow up in these rooms, as is so often the case now. And you've got an amazing window there with interesting dormer profiles to keep character. Finally, time now to come out into the rear gardens, awash with sunlight. Where would you rather be? Great alfresco dining spots on the patio. You've got lawns, and this has very much been a happy family home for years. There's space for the climbing frames, the trampolines, the kids to kick the ball around, the dog to run around and take a look at the back of your home. A wealth of Cheshire brick. Great to see the arched lintels. I just love the design of these, and of course looming in the background the views of Mossley Cloud. But it's spacious out here too. In the top corner we've got a rockery feature, a bit of a terrace to enjoy your morning coffee if you fancy a change of location. You've got access all the way around, which again is synonymous with big executive homes like this. There's even a small water feature there if you want to reinstate that, fill it in. It's tucked away nicely in the corner. I just absolutely adore this location and I love this house. Loads of potential, and you're going to love it as well. So if you'd like to know more, give us a call here at Chris Ham Riding Estate Agents, where we'd love to book you that all-important viewing.
Mossley is superbly located and the perfect choice for families.
With the highly regarded Mossley Primary School and an abundance of great local amenities by way of Congleton's bustling town centre.
And Hightown,
where we've got a fantastic parade of village shops, including a post office and a chemist. There's some great pubs here and a brilliant chippy.
and being just a short distance from Congleton train station, it's ideal for commuters.
Whilst providing access to a plethora of countryside walks down the picturesque towpaths of the Macclesfield Canal.
Hi there, I'm Chris Ham Riding.
And I'm Pete Hutchins.
And welcome to
Chris Ham Riding Estate Agents.
We're so passionate about what we do.
Because we absolutely love what we do. Not only are we available all around the clock,
but we get the results.
In fact, a lot of them.
We're the leading estate agents in Congleton.
We're certainly not your typical estate agents, and we are not afraid to get stuck in. Measuring,
Sorted.
photos,
Sorted.
filming.
Sorted.
As Congleton chaps, we've got masses of local expertise all throughout Cheshire and Staffordshire.
So from the town
To the country. We're committed to providing excellent customer service. Whatever the weather.
And don't just take our word for it. Our raving reviews speak for themselves.
Because after all, a great business is based on great service and great people.
And that is exactly what we've got. So whatever your property needs are, we're here to help.
And we cannot wait to meet you.